Are you ready for a new year of scares? 2023 is shaping up to be a big year for horror game fans with a lineup of highly anticipated titles. From remakes of classic favourites to brand new nightmares, there's something for every type of horror fan. Let's take a look at 10 of the top horror games releasing this year, 2023. Taking players back to the original in the series, Dead Space has been remade from the ground up to reinstall life into an absolutely fantastic series. Being delivered to us by Motive Studios, the remake has seen more than just a graphical overhaul, with new in-game mechanics, story tidbits, smoother combat and even voice lines for the protagonist Isaac. Dead Space once held the crown for sci-fi horror, and with the mixed response from the recent Callisto Protocol, can the series take the crown? Can you survive the terrors of the Ishimura once again? The remake of Dead Space will be releasing on January the 27th on all major platforms. The third installment in the Layers of Fear series, Layers of Fears, because that name is not confusing, it promises to bring with it tense exploration and psychedelic horror. Layers of Fears will be the complete, definitive, and at the same time unpredictable way to discover the stories of artists enslaved by their obsessions. Prepare for an exquisite horror experience thanks to the expanded plot lines that will cast a new light on the overall narrative. Slated for an early 2023 release, this new Layers of Fear story will for sure be keeping us on the edge of our seats. The cult classic psychological thriller is finally getting itself a sequel. Not many details are actually known about the story for Alan Wake 2. What we do know this time is we are promised a survival horror game rather than an action game with horror elements. The trailer shows us a Sam Lake that looks like he's certainly been through an ordeal, and after an appearance in one of the Control DLCs, could we expect some sort of crossover in this sequel? Only time will tell. The classic horror game that defined the survival horror genre is back, and it's better than ever with the Resident Evil 4 remake. This updated version brings new graphics, gameplay and story elements to the classic game that fans know and love. Resident Evil 4 remake promises to be faithful to the original while cleaning up the continuity of the storyline. With a slated release of 24th of March, after a successful remake of Resident Evil 2 and a divisive reception of the Resident Evil 3 game, fans are cautiously optimistic when it comes to this title. Can you survive the horrors of the village one more time? For fans of survival horror, Amnesia: The Bunker offers a new level of fear. Trapped in an underground bunker with no memory of how you got there, you must uncover the truth behind what happened while facing terrifying creatures and solving the puzzles. Can you survive long enough to escape the bunker? Amnesia went crazy in the online world, with streamers and content creators streaming their reactions to its classic and original game. Its formula has never really changed too much, but the bunker sees you with a weapon, seemingly able to fight back against the dark. Amnesia is slated for a March release on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, Xbox Series X and Series S. Sons of the Forest is the highly anticipated sequel to the hit game The Forest. This survival horror game takes you deep into the heart of a mysterious forest, sent to find a missing billionaire on a remote island. You find yourself in a cannibal-infested hellscape. Craft, build and struggle to survive, alone or bring a friend or two, in this terrifying new open-world survival horror simulator. With new companions, enemies and things to build, can you survive the horrors of the forest? Sons of the Forest will be releasing on the 23rd of February 2023 on PC. Describing itself as an open-world survival MMO, The Day Before looks like a cross of The Division and The Last of Us. Having to survive in a zombie apocalypse, teaming up with your friends, or having to fight against other players in and around the city. Managing the various aspects of survival in this tense world: food, drink, the odd zombie roaming around, other players who may help or hinder you, and a full weather system that may alter how you approach every scenario. The game is supposed to release in early March, however has been set back several times, while still awaiting to see some more of its gameplay since its initial reveal last year. There has been a rocky road of development to this title, but from what we have seen, it looks beautiful and could potentially be an absolutely fantastic game. A new game based on the cult classic film, players must survive against an invasion of alien clowns intent on turning humanity into cotton candy in this 3 vs 7 asymmetrical game. Taking on the giants of Dead by Daylight, and with one of the creators of Friday the 13th, the game, at the helm, will you take on the role of Killer Clown, with a choice of 5 different classes on release to scare and capture the humans, or will you run, hide and escape as the most hunted humans themselves? We haven't got a release date yet, apart from it is supposed to be releasing this year in 2023. Another game based on a film series, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is based on the classic horror film franchise. It sets its sights on the competitive horror scene, just like Killer Clowns from Space and obviously Dead by Daylight. Take on the role of one of the most notorious Slaughter family, or their victims in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a third-person asymmetrical horror experience based on the groundbreaking and iconic 1974 horror film. As a victim, you must use your wits and stealth to stay out of the family's reach, find your tools you need to lead to your eventual freedom. Slaughter family players must seek out, track down, and stop their guests from escaping. Players of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre can finally find out if they have what it takes to survive. The long-awaited sequel to the open-world survival FPS game set in the aftermath of a nuclear disaster, Stalker 2: Hearts of Chernobyl. Explore the dangerous and irradiated zone and uncover the secrets of the mysterious heart of Chernobyl. Things aren't so deserted as they seem. Survive and explore whilst being set upon by mutated creatures. Uncover the secrets in the zone, warring factions and mutants that roam the area. Stalker is set to release in December 2023 on PC and Xbox Series X and S. Some bonus games which are supposed to be releasing but not too sure if it will be this year or further beyond includes The Outlast Trials, the third game in the series, highly anticipated, with a playable beta that people are able to sign up for and have a go at. The Dark Pictures anthology Directive 8020, which sparks season 2 of the Dark Pictures anthology series and is set in outer space. We're getting a remake of Silent Hill 2, which hopefully will be absolutely fantastic, will be faithful to the original, and Silent Hill F, a new release in the Silent Hill genre. Not too many details are known about this new title, but hopefully we can expect something good. Are you looking forward to any of these horror games, or is there another horror game that is not mentioned on this list that's sets to keep you up all night? I'd love to hear from you and let me know in the comments below. If you want to check out more videos from me, you'll be able to find one of those here, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.